I almost didn't take this trip. I'm so glad I did it. Good morning again. I got to sleep in a little bit today. It's currently 6:30. Yeah, 6:34. Today I'm going to Canada. Let me show you. It rained last night. It's raining up in Canada too, so I'm really excited because I love the rain. I'm gonna go get breakfast and coffee, or breakfast / coffee, close by here. It's like 15-20 minute drive. And then I'm gonna continue on up and go to Canada, and then I'm gonna get my package. I debated if I was gonna stay in this hotel, and it's in Surrey, which is like 30 minutes from Vancouver, like closer to the border, and then just like drive 6 hours tomorrow to the whole rainforest. I really don't want to like get up hella early and drive that much tomorrow, so I'm gonna like literally go and then come back to this Airbnb tonight. So I'm just gonna go like hang out in Vancouver for a little bit, get lunch and dinner or something, and wander around, maybe do some shopping, because I saw some like bougie shops over there, and they have a Muji, so I really want to go check out the Muji because I got my like toiletry bag from there, from the one in Taiwan. So I'm like, I've been wanting another one, so I'm probably gonna like swing by and see if they have any other ones because their stuff is really cute. I really love this Airbnb, so that's today. I got my coffee. The barista was so sweet. I talked to her for like 15 minutes because she was like, did you have any plans today? And I said, oh, I'm going up to Canada. Like, I'm on a road trip. I came from Sacramento. And she was like, oh, what do you think so far? We literally just got talking about like how pretty the area is. But anyway, the coffee, I got a honey lavender latte, so I'm gonna try it. Okay, I like that. And then I got an orange cardamom like toast thing. I don't know if you can see. She just said it was like easier to eat if you're driving, so I'm really excited. Let's try this. That's so good. Okay, I'm gonna start driving and we're gonna go to Canada. Oh my god, we're getting so close. Oh my god, we're here. Bro, I didn't know it was gonna be that big. I've secured the package. Also, we're in Canada. Signs that were saying like expect long delays during peak hours, which too is like a peak hour, especially on a Sunday. This was the one hike or the one place that I was so excited to see, and mind you, it's like way out of the way. Like from Seattle, it's like a 3-4 hour drive, and so I drove all the way out here. I mean, you can see it in the background, I'm driving by it right now, but like it's so pretty, and this is just the road, but it's like there's just so many people that come here and want to see it that they just have to monitor it, and I guess the parking lot is just not big enough, so they just have to like let people in waves. And the delay, like I was looking at the GPS and it was like 1 hour to 2 hours that I would have to wait in line for my turn to park. I don't want to do that because I need to go. I still have to drive to the hotel later. And if I waited that long, I probably wouldn't even get back until later, like 9 p.m. or 10. I'm really sad that I'm not going to do it, but at least I got to kind of drive through and see some of the trees and stuff. I'm going to have to come back another time. Didn't work out. I'm still really bummed, but I just like did not want to wait 2 hours just to park and then get to the next destination at night. And so anyway, Didn't work out, but it's okay. I'll just have to come back, you know? Good morning. I'm currently in Westport, Washington. I just checked out of the hotel. Well, you can probably see the little, it was like a little motel, but I checked out of the hotel. There really isn't much to do here. I think I just booked it because it was like this like halfway point between, you know, what I was doing yesterday and where I'm gonna be today. So it's just literally just like a small port town, which it's cute, but there's just nothing to do here. So I literally went out to eat yesterday. And then I went to their Westport observation tower, but you can walk to the top and like overlook the port, the port and like the ocean and stuff. Watched YouTube last night. Well, I actually slept in today because I have been waking up so early the first week on this trip. So today I'm going over to Long Beach, Long Beach, Washington. Not California, Washington, to get coffee and probably a small bite because I'm gonna get lunch in Astoria, which is a little further south. I'm just basically going down south and I'm going back into Oregon by the end of the day today. So that's what's going on today. I think yesterday I drove like 360 miles in total, which is like equivalent to like maybe 6 or 7 hours. And I was just like, I'm done, like I don't want to drive anymore. So today I'm doing more driving, but it's not as much, and I'm making a lot more stops because I'm just like on the coastal towns. Like I'm not doing a lot of hiking, I'm just sightseeing, so it should be a little more chill today. 8 in the morning, so I'm going to start driving and then get breakfast. But yeah, okay, let's go. I don't have service right now, and I'm gonna continue driving through this park. It's called Cape Disappointment, which is also really funny. What? Are we disappointed in something? Please excuse my sweat. I just walked uphill. I got to this abandoned battery, and I know it's like pretty well maintained, but I'm by myself. And I don't like the dark and exploring abandoned places by myself. So I'm gonna take you with me so you can be scared too. Let's go in there. So, where's my locker? Jesus, come on in there. Okay, I'm not going down there. Fuck that. But I was not going down that sketchy ass hallway, and ain't no way, brother. It's so quiet. Good morning again from Newport, Oregon. I had to get an oil change this morning because my oil life had dropped down to 10% and I still had like at least 800 miles to drive home. So I was like, I can't wait that long. So I went to get an oil change this morning. So I'm gonna go get breakfast at this cafe. Oh yeah, I had dinner last night and I didn't film it again because I just was not in the mood. It was really good. It was like a seafood restaurant. What was it called? Clearwater? I think it's called Clearwater. Clearwater Restaurant in Newport, Oregon. And the bartender was saying that they were voted best cup of clam chowder in Newport for 5 years in a row. and it was good. So I had dinner there, and then today I am going to be back in California finally. So I'm gonna be staying in Crescent City, but I'm gonna be making stops along the way down the coast. Probably have lunch somewhere along the way, I don't know. I just stayed in a hotel last night, which again I didn't film because it's just a hotel. Like it's nothing fancy. I am staying in an Airbnb tonight and then an Airbnb tomorrow, but the Airbnb for tomorrow is pretty, so maybe I'll film that one. But tonight it's just like, it's just a place to stay. So, and I am hiking the Jedediah Smith Redwoods. Last year when I went to the Redwoods for the first time, I went up the Redwood National and State Parks, and then I crossed over through Medford, Oregon and back down. In that crossing, I passed by the Jedediah Smith Redwoods, and I was like, oh, this is so pretty, I want to check this out next time. So this is the time, I'm gonna go check it out now. I'm excited to be back in California, or eventually soon to be back in California, and then to see the Redwoods again, because I have been dreaming about them since I first saw them last year. So I am excited to be back, and I did a lot of not urbexing, but just seeing like old military batteries and bunkers yesterday, and did not like exploring them by myself. But yeah, today it's just gonna be a lot of like coastal activities and stuff. Let's go! We are eating at this place, White Rabbit Espresso and Coffee House. So I just tried to go to the Cape Perpetua overlook. So I got here at like 10 in the morning, and it was so like foggy, overcast. So you couldn't see anything. I mean, it was still pretty, don't get me wrong, because I love this weather. But like, you're supposed to be able to see like the entire ocean, and I couldn't see anything. Took some really pretty pictures of like the nothingness, you know? Like I thought it was super aesthetic. But it still was just really funny because I came here for the view and I got no view. I don't think it was the best. I think it was still really pretty, but change of plans. Didn't come here for what I wanted, you know? But anyway, so we're gonna continue on down the coast, and we'll see. Hopefully, like the fog burns off by the next stop, because there's like a overlook I'm gonna go to later. Guess we'll see. To the Airbnb here, and I wasn't gonna show you, but it's actually really cute. The pictures just didn't show me how pretty it actually was, so I'm gonna show you. Also, please ignore all my stuff here. I just literally just moved in, but it's literally, oh my gosh, it has its own like garden, and I love her. She gave me like fresh apple bread that she made, I think. I don't know, but it looks really good. And then like fresh fruit and stuff, and it's so cute. Literally, like it looks over like the redwood forest. I kid you not. It's adorable. And then this is like the room, like a studio almost. It has like another view of the garden. I love it here. I could literally read a book there, sit there and look at the forest. Oh my gosh, I love it. I met the owners and they're so sweet. And they have like 2 dogs, and they came out and were like, when I drove up, they came up and were like greeting me, and I was like, oh hi. Anyway, this place is super cute. I went to see the natural bridges in Oregon when I was coming down to Crescent City. I knew that there was a way to walk across the natural bridge, but I read that there were like warnings that saying like don't do it because it's too dangerous, and I was like, okay, like I'm probably not gonna cross the bridge, but I do want to see it. So I got to the bridge, I parked, I saw like the overlook area, and I was like, oh, that's it down there. Like that's what I was seeing like in pictures and videos. So I was like following these 2 people because I was like, oh, this guy has a camera, like maybe he's going down there to take pictures too. So I started following them, and then he disappeared, and then I stopped because I saw someone behind me, and then he was like, oh, thank you, like passing, and then we started started talking, and he was like why he was in Oregon, why I was in Oregon, and like we were like, oh, is this the way down to the bridge? And I'm like, to be honest, I don't even know. Like I don't even know if this is the right way, but we basically, both of us went down and we found it. We got to the base of the bridge, but apparently there were like 2 ways you can go. We went down the longer way. We get to the base of this bridge. At this point, like once you get down to the bottom, it's like close to like the cliff, and there was literally signs that said like, danger, do not go down this way because there have been like fatal falls. And we were both like, yeah, no, we're not doing that because it was just like too dangerous. But there were people crossing it anyway, and basically I just flew my drone. The guy that hiked down there with me, he was like, oh, like, can you take my picture? Like, would you send it to me after? And I'm like, sure. So I took his picture. Like, I took out my camera and took his picture, and I started flying the drone. And then there was this guy that walked over the bridge, and he was like, oh, yo, is that your drone? Like, you taking pictures? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, can you take a picture of my girlfriend and I on top of the bridge? And I'm like, sure, whatever. There's this other guy that walks over, and he has like a bag, and he's like, oh, like, you got a camera too? Like, did you get good pictures of the bridge? And I was like, well, what camera do you have? And he talks to like we just got on talking about like the cameras and stuff. He's like, oh, like, yeah, anyway. But it was just really funny because like I think this is the most interaction I've had with anyone the entire trip, besides that gal that I talked to at Stillhouse Coffee. I guess when I pull out my equipment, people are like, oh my gosh, can you take my picture? And I'm like, sure, I got you. I just wanted to like talk about that because it's really funny. Excuse my sweat. Again. Oh god, oh god. Okay. Again, with the incline hikes. Finally made it to the Jedediah Smith Redwoods, which I said I wanted to do since last year. I'm finally here, and it's beautiful. Look at this. There's only like 2 other people here, so it's like not as busy. And it's super nice and quiet. And I saw a banana slug. I saw one last night, like in the evening outside of my Airbnb, but I couldn't tell if it was huge. So I was like, oh, I wonder if it's just like a little ceramic thing that the owners put out there for decoration. But then I checked in the morning and it was gone. So I think it was legit a banana slug, and it was huge. It was like bigger than this, like just around. I wish I took a video. I thought it was like a decoration, but I guess they get that big. So I'm gonna go back to another like overlook spot that was completely clouded over last time I went, so I couldn't see anything. So I'm gonna hope it clears up so I can see something this time. I'm off Bald Hills Road, and last year I stopped at this like turnout area to take pictures on the road because the road was really pretty, and I think I found the spot, so I'm gonna recreate the photos. Hopefully no one comes by, but let's do it. I have a break in the traffic. I think I got it. I stopped at the wrong one, but now that I'm actually at the right one, the one that I actually took the pictures at, now it makes sense. Almost a year later? No, like 8 or 9 months later, and oh, how life has changed since then. Okay, let's recreate this photo. As long as there's no traffic. Okay, I think I got it for real this time. Let me see. Yay, I got it! Aw, it's so cute. Airbnb is so freaking cute. Hi, this is so cute. Art. I stopped at Henry's Pizza. Sorry. Get myself some pizza. Oh, this looks so good. Good morning. For the last time. Today is the last day. Well, actually yesterday was the last full day. Today I'm actually driving home. Okay, this Airbnb was really cute. I love the skylights. Today I'm gonna go back to Trinidad to Beachcomber Cafe because I went there last year and I love that cafe. So I'm gonna go back, get something to eat, and then I'll start driving home. And it's like a 6-hour drive in total, but it's only 3 hours to Reading. So I'm gonna stop in Reading for another coffee break because I just want to get like a drink or something for the road, but also like take a break. And then I might go to the Shasta State Historic Park because I've had that on my list for so long and I just didn't get to it last time. So then I'm gonna go home. I guess just a general recap, like this trip has been so fulfilling as a whole. I almost didn't take this trip because I had just gotten back from Mexico and I was just like, I do not want to leave for another long trip 3 weeks after I got back, and I almost canceled everything. But I'm actually really glad I went through with it because I needed to get out in nature and I needed to see Washington, Oregon, and even go up to Canada because it had been on my list for so long. Like ever since my road trip last year, I knew I wanted to continue going north. I'm so glad I did it. I saw so many beautiful places. Being in Seattle too, like that whole area was just super like refreshing. I loved hiking through Oregon, Washington, and I was so happy I saw Mount Rainier for the first time. When I would come to Seattle, I would see Mount Rainier like way up in the distance, and I was like, okay, one day I'm gonna go visit. And I finally did, and I cried because it was so beautiful, and like I couldn't believe that like I finally did it. Like I finally planned for myself to go and check it out. Just this trip as a whole. I got to see the Washington and Oregon coast, and it's like I really got to explore the states, and the fact that I got to experience my first border crossing through car to Canada. Literally this whole trip was like everything was new besides like once I passed back into California. I hope you like this vlog. I didn't know if I was gonna vlog, like if I was gonna make it like a more personal vlog or like a travel one like usual where I do the voiceovers, but I feel like this is probably a better one to do when I'm just like talking to the camera because it's more personal and then you can get like my live reactions throughout the trip. So thanks for watching, and hopefully if you were ever thinking about taking a solo trip by yourself, whether it be a road trip or flying to a different country, whatever, maybe this could encourage you or push you in the right direction. The lovely Pacific Northwest is beautiful. So if you're ever considering traveling to Oregon or Washington, I highly recommend it because it's beautiful up here. Like words cannot describe, like the camera can only capture so much. Like when you're actually standing there in person and you see like the mountains and the volcanoes and the coast, it's just different. I can't describe it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.